Welcome to another episode of Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers. Got Eyeball on.
Hello, everybody.
You guys got to keep an eye out for him.
I only got one.
He's got one. He's only got one eyeball,
Yes,
but he doesn't need depth perception for what he does. He actually fishes for one of the most expensive things you can pull out of the ocean.
Sea urchins and sea cucumbers.
But the most expensive, I think, is lobster, correct?
No.
What's
yeah,
the most?
most expensive is abalone, which is illegal,
abalone.
which I don't do. So
What's illegal now?
yes.
No wonder I haven't had it lately.
Well, you haven't gone out and got it yourself lately, but they purchase it through the fish market from
Okay.
different parts of the world.
Okay.
But you're not going to go out to any of the 7 Channel Islands and take abalone, and
But they're out there. You just can't catch them.
they're out there.
Why are
You
they?
can catch them if you get caught. It's $40,000 a abalone.
Oh,
One
wow.
abalone.
It's $5,000 for a lobster.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, out of season.
Okay, I believe you.
And so he catches sea urchins and
Yes,
sea
I do.
Cucumbers.
Yes,
What
I
the
do.
hell's a sea cucumber?
Cucumber is an invertebrate that just kind of rolls on the bottom and fills with sand through it. It looks like a cucumber. It looks just like a cucumber and sucks in sand one end and shoots it out the other. And the Koreans dry it, salt it, and then reconstitute it, put it in soups and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I don't think I've had that yet, but my wife loves sea urchin, or they call it uni.
Yes, they do. And the cucumber has the highest content of glucosamine in it. So if you have joint problems or whatever that is that you have going on,
Uh-huh.
and you would go get something that has glucosamine in it, you take a bite of a raw sea urchin, and it's the most amount of glucosamine naturally you can get in anything.
Oh.
In anything.
Well, I happen to know that because I'm a caviar aficionado,
That's good to know, Mark.
and it's one of the most healthy things you could eat on the planet.
Which is the cucumber or the caviar?
Caviar. It's got more nutrients and vitamins than most anything you can shake a stick at. I've got a document that has 3 pages of vitamins and minerals.
That's a lot.
Because it is an embryo,
Okay. I guess it is an egg, yes.
It is an egg, so and it's delicious. Do you like caviar?
I do.
I have the from the Russian River, Amir's Russian River, live Osetra. Delicious.
I wouldn't know the different styles. It's not something that I'm privy to every day, or it's a rare thing, but when it's around, I'll scoop it up.
So let's talk about sea urchins. What age do you catch them at? How old are they when you're catching them? Typically.
I don't really have a good answer for that after all these years. I've only been doing it 30 years.
I love asking the tough questions.
Yeah, that's an
So
interesting
it's
question.
not, you don't know if it's 10 years old or 1 year old.
No, you really don't. Sometimes an area we have a size limit. It's 3 1/4 inches.
Okay.
So it might take 2 months for an urchin to grow 16. We have to measure everything. And so to say how old something is, that's a very interesting question.
Okay. Now, how did they figure out there's something inside that thing that's worth eating? That's what I want to know.
While we're going down the feed line, cracking them because they're in beds typically.
Yeah.
There'll be like hundreds of them. And on top of the rock where there's no food, crack a few open, there's no row in there. I showed you a picture earlier, row.
Oh.
You go towards the bottom of the feed line where all the sand meets the rock and everything's swimming around, a lot of scraps from other things.
All right.
And those tend to be like what the picture I showed you.
Okay.
So you have to do quality control by working what's called a feed line.
Oh.
Is that making sense?
A little bit of sense, yeah.
To a layman?
And you work at night or in the day?
It's all day work.
All day work. Because I
Sun up
know
to sundown.
lobstering is at night work.
No, you're
they
not
call
allowed
it
to do
night.
lobster either. And again, I don't know much about lobster, and there's
I
parts
do.
of the season. As long as you do, I'll roll with that.
I'm glad you trust me. Because for a complete stranger, you're awfully trusting.
Well, I haven't given you the code to my ATM or my address, but
Or your last name.
That's true.
I only know of his eyeball. I'm going to have to trust that he's not going to sue me for airing this interview.
You're gonna have to trust that.
No, I'm trusting eyeball.
That's
He
very
looks like,
true.
doesn't he look like a trustworthy person?
Yeah, can you tell by the mustache? It says
By the mustache.
I might be able to
How many
give you
years
two.
is that mustache, by the way?
I don't even think it's a year yet.
No.
Yes.
Come on, you grew that thing in less than a year?
Yes.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah. Being a Russian Jewish Polak, my European ancestry there has the growth of hair fast in certain parts. Other parts are follically challenged, Monty, obviously.
Listen, it's a lot less
Maintenance.
maintenance when you have...
Monty, take a look at all this. You don't think I do maintenance? I'm one of the beautiful people like yourself. I think you can appreciate that.
I used to be beautiful.
Yeah. You know, it's all about being positive, Monty.
I am the.
So I would say you still are beautiful.
Well,
but you got to believe that. Are you feeling fantastic?
It's all what you think. I am fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's good. I'm one of the 23 people that's, fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the 23rd person out of 472. You did join, didn't you? You didn't join, did you?
You know what? I took a peek,
471.
everybody. But if I were you, I'd probably join.
I would never be a member of a club that would have me as a member.
Okay.
You ever hear that saying?
Yeah.
W.C. Fields. Now, the most important saying is, I think, therefore I am. My wife wants me to grow up. She says, when are you going to grow up? I said, I'm never going to grow up. You married me as a 26-year-old, and I'm still a 26-year-old.
That's your target age?
26 is pretty good. It works for me.
26 is good for you?
Actually, I like 24 because it was 2 dozen, and I like 25 because it was a quarter of a century, and 26 is when I met my wife, and so I'm sticking with 26.
Monty, you almost made me get emotional there. That was a loving moment. Well, you are a motivational speaker, so I had to throw in that motivation of self-affirmation where you said you're not one of the beautiful people. I kind of figured a motivational guy would be like...
I'm still extremely handsome. I'm just not beautiful.
I was thinking that's because beauty's on the inside.
There's my buddy.
Like
there's my Porsche. Hey, wave behind on my Porsche.
Okay.
Yeah, it's being fixed.
Okay.
Like all Porsches are.
Okay, getting fixed.
So you've been fishing for a sea urchin 30 years. So what's the count now? How many have you caught?
No, I've been fishing since I'm 22. 30 years actually.
How did I guess that?
Me?
And was it always a sea urchin, or was it sharks and?
No, always
barracuda.
I've never been a fisherman.
Oh, you've always been a diver. That's a lot of time underwater.
It is, man.
So you consider all those years plus the 9 months in your mother's womb. You carry the 2. That's a lot of time underwater.
Yeah, you got to carry the 2 twice. I'm 52.
Did you like the movie Waterworld?
No.
No. Yeah, I watched it the other day on a sailboat, projected onto the sail. That was kind of
interesting.
Yeah. What the hell?
Interesting.
What the hell?
Go Marina Del Rey.
Go Marina Del Rey.
Yeah. Get it, dog.
So you're married with children?
I am a widower with a 14-year-old, and next summer I will get married again.
Okay, so you're in love?
Absolutely.
Love is a many splendored thing.
Monty, I just want you to know I love love.
Love, all you need is love.
All
you need is love.
I didn't know we were going to be singing. You can be singing. I mentioned earlier before we were on this tape.
All you need is love. Love. Love is all. You want to do some karaoke?
No, not much of a...
Come on.
Yeah. Especially no Beatles.
Eyeball.
I'm not a Beatle guy. I'm a rock and roller. I'm just not
Beatles. Well, we got a lot of Beatles songs.
Yeah, a couple off the White Album, but other than that, I'm not really into the Beatles.
Beatles are the most prolific, to me, band in the world. Because you listen to the Stones, it sounds like the Stones all the time.
Yes, it does.
Beatles, you have so many different sounds.
Can do.
For 4 guys to do that many sounds, I put my hats off to them.
You almost said you were going to give him a high hug in the air, weren't you?
I would give him a high hug. I would give him a high hug. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about Eyeball? Pretty cool guy, huh?
Yeah.
So we are on a.
This is where I need my YouTube channel.
He actually commandeered the car.
I did.
And asked for a ride to Oxnard. He was very pleasant.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
that. Very pleasant. It was a very pleasant request.
I'm teaching my daughter that.
The gun in your hand didn't influence me whatsoever.
It wasn't a semi-automatic. I was from the old school. It was a revolver. I thought the old West John Wayne style.
I said, this guy looks cool. I don't think he's going to shoot me. I'm going to give him a ride.
Wider.
And we're going to Oxnard.
We're
freaking Oxnard.
Freaking Oxnard. How are you feeling about that, Mark?
I love
the other side of the tracks.
Listen.
Feeling?
What I love is meeting new people and going to places I have no clue where I'm going. That's my day all day. I don't know where I'm going. It just tells me where to go.
That's nice, Monty.
Yeah, nice. It's a thing.
I'm looking forward to you fixing your Porsche so you can be doing the Uber out of the Porsche. Be nice.
I did. I tried it with Uber first. I tried driving the Porsche, but I was losing money because the gas mileage sucks.
Roger that.
But it wasn't. What I'm thinking about doing is doing it in a. If I get this show picked up, by the way, anyone who wants to pick up the show, we're going to do it right with a lot of cameras. I want to do it in a Tesla. And I want to sit in the back while it self-drives while I interview people. So let it drive itself.
Monty, I like how you roll.
You like it? There's no way to go? Listen.
Innovative and, you're a man for the future, Monty. I feel it.
Well,
you have vision. You're visionary is what they would say.
I'm a visionary, Renaissance man, a serial entrepreneur, and all the above.
You're not shy, Monty.
Now, one of the things, life is a movie.
Life is a movie too?
Okay, and if you have your movie and I have my movie. Now, for the next hour, you're in my movie, and I'm in your movie. Okay?
Well, let me ask though.
But wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
I'm the director of my movie. and you're the director of your movie. I tell people to look at life that way and direct their movies so that every scene, every day is exciting, fun, vibrant, educational, motivational, worth watching, and as in a good movie.
Is that when you pick up this money and do a little bit for being...
Be fantastic, ladies and gentlemen.
Fantastic.
And make sure that the scenes in your movie every day are worth watching.
Sounds like you need a production crew, Monty. Like I have all.
I need an assistant producer.
Are you not feeling this
I need a
connection
grip.
we're having right now?
I need a grip. I need a makeup artist, a hairstylist.
Well, there's a grip. Look at the hair. I got to keep it like this, right?
I would do that in a heartbeat, but my wife says she doesn't like a shiny head, and she has to look at me more than I have to look at her. I think I'm still gonna shave it. Fuck it. I'm gonna shave it.
You feel free, Monty. It's a free feeling. Monty, it's a free feeling. At 52, I can tell a 62-year-old, if I'm guessing right, you said 10 years, if I was listening.
You were listening.
Yeah. You seem like a guy that's not afraid to try something different.
My wife wakes up in the morning, and she looks over at me and she says, "What's it gonna be today?"
You know, after meeting you for the first
And get this, and check this
minutes,
out. This came up yesterday, by the way.
It's nice.
It's a great logo.
Fighting CDs.
Everyone
nice.
seems to like it.
Yeah.
And what I decided to do is put it on a coffee cup,
Yeah.
and then put the other side of the coffee cup with a corporation that wants to do branding. In other words, that's a very positive message, right?
Yes, it feels that way.
And I met a guy today from SpaceX. So I'm asking SpaceX if they want to put their logo, beautiful logo.
Those all the people you met
Beautiful
today?
Well, a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they want to put their logo on a cup, because they go to these seminars, they go to these conventions, right? Every corporation.
You get PR money.
And they give away these things, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Called a promotional item.
Money, I understand.
And I think all the sea urchins need it as well. No, they don't. They don't. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
That's all right. I'm here with you.
So we're about to hit the edge of the continent. We're about a mile away from hitting the edge. We're hoping not to drive over the edge of the continent, but we're very close. Are you nervous that we're near the edge of the continent right now?
No, I am not.
This is a huge continent. It's 3,000 miles, and we're within a mile of the edge. You're not scared at all?
I'm with you, Monty.
Oh, because you're a boater, so you're used to jumping off the edge of the ocean.
I'm a captain of commercial fishing vessel.
Are you a captain, by the way? Do you have a captain's license? Or you?
I do not have a license.
I'm a captain. I don't have a license either. You don't need a license if you know what you're doing. Wow, looks like a bat.
Well, I feel a lot better with your approval right now, Monty. After 25 years.
I got a
running my
feeling
own
this
boat.
guy's just slightly sarcastic. What do you guys think?
I know.
Are you reading the sarcasm in his?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. It squeaks in every once in a while. A little sarcasm there.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. So anyway, the last time I was at this gas station, I dropped off some caviar for John Paul, the billionaire.
The billionaire.
Who owns Paul Mitchell Hair
All right.
and Soul Patron. And I felt like I was doing a drug deal. Opened up the trunk,
And there's your
got the stash out, and looked around, handed him to him. He gave me the cash.
So the caviar.
Caviar.
Most caviar I've had has been little black dots.
No, that's
Those are different colors?
That's a piece of shit caviar.
Because there's
You
pink,
want
right?
you want golden,
Golden, right.
large ones like BBs, almost the size of
BBs.
BBs. Remember BB guns?
I do.
Yeah, it takes back memories. BB guns.
I may have had a few guns in my day.
Well, you held me up at one, at the airport. I don't know how you got through customs with that gun, by the way.
I got 2 guns, Monty. See this? 1, 2.
Look at that. Sorry. Look at that.
Yeah, for an old guy, you're pretty good.
Old guy who doesn't exercise.
It's pretty good, Monty. Look, you look tan. Look at that. Or at least you're one driving.
Hey, listen, I'm in flip flops and shorts. I'm
Life is good, right?
I'm living the life.
You're living the dream.
Meeting guys named Eyeball.
Yeah. Are you retired, Monty?
I'm retired.
What'd you do before you did all this? One of your
79 fucking things.
Do you have kids?
I've got lots of kids and grandkids and great grandkids.
Wow.
So what do you want to know?
Lots of kids.
No. There was
How many kids do you have, Monty?
Just
6?
4 kids. 4 kids.
Just 4?
But basically,
Boys and girls?
boys and girls.
Mix?
Got to mix. Some are half and half.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
but
they're all.
yeah, it's all good. I don't have any gay brothers. I'm the oldest of 4 boys. So
okay.
you got 2 girls, 2 boys?
2 girls, 2 boys.
Wow, you managed that. Same wife, 36 years.
Same wife, 36 years.
So I guess the oldest kid's right around 30.
Well, no, actually, 2 of them are her kids from previous marriages. She was married a few more times than me. Well, I don't want to mention on air how many times.
How many
she was
kids do
married.
you have from your loins?
2.
A boy and a girl?
2 boys. 2 boys.
So you punched out 2 boys.
And they were both professional tennis players. They played the world tour.
And they're retired now?
They are retired.
Are they still working or?
One's up in Ohio. As a matter of fact, I might even
keep going and go see
keep
him?
going to go up the high. What the hell?
So did
I just I let life flow. I don't have any preconceptions of what to do and what not to do. They just flow.
I feel your flow.
You gotta flow, man.
That's how we're meant to be.
So I'm gonna be halfway
together,
to see my son and my grandkids.
Might as well just keep
Might as well just keep going. Go north. Maybe I won't stop in Ohio. Maybe I'll go to San Francisco.
35
I'm gonna
minutes.
Uber it across country. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the edge of the continental United States. On my left is one of the biggest oceans in the world that's been polluted by radioactive waste from Fukushima. Sorry to bring in the distressing news, but don't eat any fish except
Whatever eyeball gets. Nothing out of Santa Monica Bay, everybody.
He
The bay is
checks
closed.
every uni that he catches, every urchin, for radioactivity, right? You got a little meter?
Well, if they're glowing, I don't pick them.
Good.
No glowing fish.
No glowing urchins.
I have, my years working at the fuel dock when I was a young man, in my teens,
Okay.
have pulled up a 3-eyed halibut.
Ooh.
So that tells me that was a pretty good deform.
That wasn't, didn't name him eyeball, did you?
That would have been 3
That
balls.
would have been eyeballs.
That would've
Hey,
been eyeballs.
there's eyeballs.
Yeah. Don't anybody say that one.
Yeah, I like halibut. That's a pretty good fish. But my favorite fish in the ocean is Alaskan king crab legs. Man, that's good stuff. You don't need anything on them.
You don't eat.
Right?
Well, no.
They're just delicious. by
Alaskans are
themselves.
pretty huge.
I know, they're very expensive though. I
Yeah,
wish you
dude.
were catching Alaskan king crab.
I know you do. I can
I
feel
would
that.
like to buy some from you. Do you have a connection for getting any better price?
Yeah.
$30 a pound?
Is that what it is down here?
$30 a pound. It's ridiculous.
That is kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
Well, Monty, I was by myself last trip. That's what I had for dinner. That would be a lobster.
uh-huh.
And that would
Couple of
be...
big shrimps. Oh, that's a lobster there. Okay.
No, yeah, those are lobsters.
Those are crabs?
And that
What
meat
a-
right there all beat up,
Yeah, what is that stuff?
that is actually, that's an abalone. That's what that is.
Abalone.
Yeah, you're not supposed
One of
to
my
eat-
worst experiences as a child is eating abalone. So my parents didn't know how to cook it. They actually
Yeah.
didn't cook it.
Oh.
Try eating raw abalone.
Oh, I have many times.
Really?
You just need a smaller one.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was me eating abalone.
That's a meal. Show it to the crowd.
That was a meal.
Abalone.
Abalone.
I haven't had abalone in a long time.
Let's see. Show it to the crowd. Okay.
Show it to the crowd.
I have another picture. Let's show the crowd. Okay, crowd.
Eyeball's showing pictures now. You're going to get the family album out.
This
his
is
new
my
puppy.
deckhand Grizilla pining for her piece of abalone. If you guys can see,
She
notice,
ate some?
or of lobster. Notice her tongue. Okay, back to positive reaffirmation. So, look at that tongue.
Oh, what a cutie
See
pie.
that tongue?
Yeah, beautiful.
10 months old, buddy.
Yeah, well, my dog's 12 years on her last legs.
Give her some Remedal Cosequin. That'll help her out a
CBD,
lot.
maybe. You know about CBD?
I don't give her any weed.
No, CBD isn't weed. CBD doesn't have THC in it. Come on.
Yeah, you can't.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I do. Monty, I do know what I'm talking about.
There's no THC in CBD.
I had to grow a weed to live while my wife was dying. So back in the day when they first started the dispensaries, Eyeball happened to be on board with that. So I have grown hundreds of pounds of
The finest
product
weed
that-
in the world.
Yeah, whatever. It took care of the family while the wife was dying. That's for sure.
It is
Very
expensive stuff, and it's very powerful nowadays. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe expensive down here. Up where I live, it's $52 an ounce. It's some pretty good weed.
Oh dear. Remember,
it's very cheap.
Remember 4-finger lids?
I do, because I'm old enough.
4-finger
It's
lids.
all legal. Oh, what's the house I was trying to show you?
You want to buy a lid?
What about that? Yes, I did.
You want to buy a lid?
I did.
Oh, maybe I can't go to Ohio. Just thinking they're going to be back at a certain time.
Monty, you're a free spirit. I thought I just heard that.
Yeah. Well, it's my sister. I can blow her off till tomorrow, which
Absolutely.
I'll probably do.
So,
Kids are more important than sisters.
I would.
Don't
have
take
to
that
agree.
to heart, Leslie. I love you.
No. Yeah, sis, don't do that. Monty was just
I
talking
was
about the ground
just,
kids.
I was just.
I looked over and your brother had a tear in his eye, so he's got to go see him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed Eyeball and I's bantering and kibitzing and what other kind of words can we throw in there?
You know, those are some good words, Monty, and I appreciate you being patient with my little sarcasm and having fun with this whole thing. And
Hey, listen,
look
life
forward.
is about having fun. Can't have fun every day. What the fuck?
You know what? What the F? And I like to throw out our family motto is: there's no sense having a bad time.
No sense having a bad time.
I think that goes along with your. Might as well have fun with this.
It's going along with being fantastic.
I think it goes right.
I think you're right in line.
Well, you know what? I guess the universe was meant for us.
Anyway, eyeball the 23rd person in the movement that actually is either fantastic or knows someone, and it's a very small elite group.
Wow.
And I hope the group grows bigger, of course, because the world needs more fantastic people.
Give more hugs, everybody.
Like eyeball. Any shout outs, eyeball?
No, I just want to tell the world: give more hugs, random acts of kindness, act locally, think globally. That's my hippie speech. There you go.
There you go. My parents were beatniks. I don't know if I told you that before.
Yeah, you did.
Very good. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.